The devil doesn't come for you first. He comes for your faith. Because if he can weaken what you believe about God, he doesn't need to destroy your life. You'll start doubting it on your own. That's why the attack rarely looks spiritual. It looks practical. A job that suddenly falls apart. A car that breaks down at the worst possible moment. A relationship that becomes strained right when you thought God was healing it. And you don't question the situation, you question God. Did I hear you wrong? Why would you allow this? Were you ever really in this? That's the real target, not the loss, the doubt. The enemy studies you. He watches what strengthens your faith, what gives you confidence, what reminds you God provides. And then he aims there. If God used a job to show you he's your provider, why wouldn't the enemy attack that job? If God used stability to give you peace, why wouldn't the enemy shake it? If God used a relationship to heal you, why wouldn't the enemy try to divide it? The attack isn't random, it's strategic. And here's what most people miss. If it's under attack, it's probably because God is using it. The enemy doesn't fight empty ground, he fights purpose. Some of you are confused because you finally started walking with God and life got harder. You thought obedience would bring comfort, but it brought resistance. That doesn't mean you're off track. It might mean you're finally dangerous. When you weren't serious about God, the enemy didn't bother you. But now you're praying. Now you're trusting. Now you're changing. So the pressure increases. Not to break you, but to discourage you. The lie sounds like this. If God really loved you, this wouldn't be happening. But faith isn't believing nothing will go wrong. Faith is believing God is still good when everything does. God never promised a storm-free life. He promised his presence in the storm. Some things are being shaken because God doesn't want your faith attached to them. If your faith is in the job, God may allow the job to shake. If your faith is in the relationship, God may allow it to be tested. Not to hurt you, but to remind you, he is the source, not the resource. What the enemy means for doubt, God uses for dependence. What the enemy means to weaken you, God uses to deepen you. So don't quit because things are shaking. Stand firm. Your faith isn't fragile, it's being forged. And when this season ends, you won't just believe God more, you'll know him deeper.